go as long as we want. Just have to. Okay. Yeah. Hi guys. Okay, so this is my husband Ihor, and we are going to be doing our top 10 movies of 2013 for you. So we're going to go through our lists and discuss what we thought were the best films of the year and why.
Right.
Okay, so should we get started then? So we'll start with number 10. You go first. What was your number 10 movie?
My 10th best movie was, I put two of them because I had to put both of them. One was The Sacrament, which we both had in our top 10 list. And the other one was Mebius, a South Korean movie by...
You have to talk about that one. He told me about it. He saw it at TIFF. I didn't see this. You will not believe the plot of this movie and the sound of it. It's just me
incredible. Talking about this movie would take about 20 minutes to do it justice. But this movie has gotten pretty bad reviews because of its subject matter. I've read a few. I've seen the movie. I sort of liked it because it's something different, and that's one of the reasons I liked it. Basically, the movie's to try to give a review of this movie is kind of hard, but basically it's about this family. Anyways, the wife and husband are kind of married, but anyways,
they're kind of married.
Kind of married. Well, you don't really know. Anyways, this movie involves a lot of self-masochistic things like chopping off penises, stuff like that. That's really, but I mean, to give away the plot would be I can't even describe the plot. All I know is that it was different, and you have to see this to believe it.
And no dialogue.
There's no dialogue.
No dialogue in the whole movie.
But you know what? I mean, it really added to this movie, believe it or not. I mean, that's strange to say. There's not many movies with no dialogue. This is one of them. And this director is very, he's kind of like the bad boy of South Korea. I think it's South Korean cinema.
What's his name? The name of the
Kim
director?
Duke something. I should have done my more research to give you a little. But anyways, if you see this movie and if you're into something really different, check it out. It's not for everyone, believe me. I only checked it out because I thought it'd be good, but anyways, it involves just some horrendous things that people do to each other that you cannot even make up. And like I said, I just gave away, there's two scenes where people actually get their penises lopped off.
Jesus.
And
but this is it's a movie about a family that's they're kind of S&M, right? They're into S&M and all this
Right, but I mean they get revenge by doing this. Because there's things happen in this movie, and that precipitates that they do this. And I mean it's not that graphic, but I mean you know what's happening, and there's a scene there where this teenager gets his Johnson lopped off, and it goes, rolling into the street, and he's crawling to get his Johnson, and there's a bus goes and runs over his Johnson, and you're anyways, I mean it's you can't even do this movie justice.
Wow.
Anyways, like I said, it's probably not for a lot of people, but I saw it and it stuck with me because it's a movie that you'll never forget.
If you ever see it on DVD or anything or online, Mebius, Moebius,
yeah,
right? Yeah,
he's the guy who made Pieta and some
Check
other
it
movies. It's really weird.
And what did you say you tied it with?
The Sacrament.
Sacrament. Okay, yeah. Number 10 for me was The Sacrament, and this was who was the guy? Ty West. He was the director. It was a movie about a religious cult, and what happens at this religious cult. Obviously, everything goes awry, and it was just a really, really well-made movie about cultism and how people can be convinced to do to do all kinds of things if they believe in some leader enough. And it was really, really good, very effective.
Yeah, basically, it's a movie about brainwashing.
Yeah, brainwashing.
There was another Canadian movie Nick Mancuso starred. That's kind of the same thing, but set in a different era and a different place. But The Sacrament was a movie that'll grab you because you just watch it and you're like,
yeah, it's really, really suspenseful. You're on the edge of your seat. You just know something horrible is going to happen at this place, and it does. And it really, really did a good job of showing how these things can happen.
Yeah, it's not your typical horror movie either.
Yeah, and I wouldn't even call it a horror movie. It was more like just suspense thriller type movie.
It's more like a psychological horror because, I mean, and it's really well done.
I don't think it's come out, has it?
No, it hasn't come out. A lot of these movies that we see,
they don't come out.
They haven't come out because a lot of them we saw at TIFF.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, number 9. What's your number 9?
Number 9 is a movie by Canadian director Denis Villeneuve, Prisoners, which I saw at TIFF because it fell, at the right time. So I went to see it. It's actually a very good movie with what's his name, Hugh Jackman and Jake Gyllenhaal. So really, it's a movie that kind of gets better as it goes on. The kid gets kidnapped and the family goes berserk, and Jake Gyllenhaal steps in to try to he's the cop on the case, to start investigating. But Hugh Jackman decides to take matters into his hands because he doesn't think that the cops and Jake Gyllenhaal are doing enough. So he ends up running around all over the place and basically ends up finding his kid along the way. But it's a really good, really well acted movie. It's a good plot. It's a movie that kind of grabbed me because when anything to do with kids and you're father, you don't want to be just sitting there waiting for cops to do their thing because they may never find them. So Hugh Jackman just takes matters into his own hands and goes along and tries to Paul Dano's in this as another sick
Paul Dano, I really like him. I haven't seen him in too much. He hasn't, I don't know how many movies he's done, but he's one of these, you can tell he's an up-and-comer. He's going to be doing more and more. And he's a really good character actor.
Yeah, he's in,
He was in 12 Years a Slave. I mentioned him in.
With Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yeah, There Will Be Blood. He was awesome in that movie.
He's got a habit of playing these unstable.
Yeah, really really kind of out there.
I don't think I've ever seen him play a stable character.
Yeah, he's always playing these really on the edge guys.
On the edge, these guys over the edge. So Prisoners. Not as good as Denis Villeneuve's previous movie, which I saw at TIFF.
What was that called? Yeah, what was that called?
The one that Canada had at the Oscars that they said it was going to win.
Yeah, what the one about the woman in
I forget
Afghanistan,
the title.
was it, or?
No, it was out in the Middle East somewhere.
Yeah. Shit.
But anyways, I forget the title. But anyways, Prisoners, go check it out. It's well worth seeing.
Okay, well, my number 9 movie was The Police Officer's Wife. I saw this movie at TIFF. Ihor also saw it. We saw it at different times. And it was an extremely long movie. What was it, 3 hours?
Yeah, it was at least
3 hours. And it was really, really slow, snail's pace slow. But it was exquisitely done. It was about domestic violence. This police officer, they have this small family, police officer, husband, wife, and little girl. She's maybe 4 or 5 years old. Really cute little girl. And basically the movie is about their marriage, and it's a study of their marriage, and he's a wife beater. This guy, he'll freak out and just totally abuse his wife, not only physically, emotionally as well. And the child sees all this. And so you see this play out over the course of a 3-hour movie. And it's very, very slow and extremely, extremely detailed, but it was just really, really well done.
Yeah, it's kind of like a slow burn. It's
one
of these movies where, the wife is getting
yeah, it's not like she's getting beaten every second.
It's kind of it just happens.
Yeah, there's only about maybe 2 or 3 scenes where you see her getting
flips out and verbal abuse is happening and some physical abuse.
But in between these beatings, you see how the life in the apartment that they live in is how it changes and how it goes from it starts off being this very sweet idyllic kind of thing, and then you see her she just becomes this kind of a shell of a person, really. And it was just really, really exquisitely done.
Yeah, it was very well done. The main hindrance for a lot of people who may want to see
it was the length, yeah.
It's the
and
length.
the pace too. It was very slow.
It's kind of it's like looking at a painting and you just if it's a good painting, you'll stand there or sit there, look at it.
If you're the type of person who really appreciates well-made films, then you will like this film.
Yeah,
but if you've got kind of a short attention span, you're into action and stuff like that, no. You probably wouldn't like it.
Yeah,
but, if you're the type of person who can appreciate, what's the word?
Art.
Character development, plot development, then, and art films, you will like it.
Yeah, this movie may be hard to find down the road because it's made, by a German director who's quite well known for making things a little bit different.
Yeah.
So, but anyways, it was good.
Very well done. Okay, number 8. What's your number 8?
Number 8 is a movie called Night Moves by Kelly Reichardt. Now, she's made Meek's Cutoff and a few other movies. This is an echo thriller movie about people who want to, they get like pissed off at, companies who, dump waste and, all that sort of stuff. So they decide to, one night blow up a dam in Oregon. And they end up doing it. I forget who the actors are in this movie because I didn't do enough research.
Wasn't that guy Jesse Eisenberg in it?
Yeah, Jesse Eisenberg and some other. But you know what? You don't see many movies about the environment and how it affects people and what they want to what action they take. But this one here is, obviously after they do it they regret it because they know they're going to be blowing up a dam is not exactly like robbing a liquor store. You're going to be paying. So they're kind of end up on the run. Jesse Eisenberg takes off, but it's kind of just like it's a movie that shows the effect of what they do on themselves and their relationships. She's one of these movie makers that picks out subjects that you don't normally see in film, and this is a movie it's very good. It's not that long, but what it talks about, she really does a good job. So I would recommend it.
Okay, and my number 8 was Paradise Hope. And this is one part of a trilogy by Austrian director Ulrich Seidel. It's about a girl who goes to a fat camp, and all the movies the whole trilogy is about how these women, there's like the 3 main characters in each movie is a woman or a girl, in this case a girl, and it's all about how they try to kind of get like satisfaction in life and how they try to be happy, and they just can't, and they come up against all these like obstacles, and this movie was more, it was kind of lighter than the other 2. This one, it was more like kind of comedic because she's a teenager, she's at this fat camp, and all these like kind of funny things happen, but it's also got like a serious, there's a serious undertone going through it, what more can I say about it? My review is here on the channel if you want to check out the review. It's a good movie, right?
It's kind of different than this other 2.
A lot different.
I thought it was very, very. It didn't make my list, but it was definitely.
Didn't make your list?
No, I didn't.
Wow.
I don't believe I picked that one. But anyways, it would have been one of my honorable mentions, of which I have probably like 100 of them. No, Ulrich Seidel is another guy who's kind of notorious for making, movies that people do nasty things to each other.
Oh yeah, he's
stuff like that. So this one here it's not as blatant, but some of a couple of these characters in this movie are less than holy.
Oh yeah. There's like like one of the characters there's like a male doctor at this camp that she has a major crush on, and they have this really inappropriate interaction going on. So that's kind of like one of the more serious things going on in the movie, like seeing how this guy is like just kind of messing with this girl and kind of using her for his own gratification and stuff.
You never really see suggestive and kind of like glances and looks, and they're alone a couple times, and you kind of get the feeling like this guy could be a pedophile, or who knows, but anyways.
But
Ulrich Seidel, there's a director there.
The whole trilogy is worth seeing. If you guys can see the trilogy, because it's really, really good.
We've seen all of them.
Yeah. Okay, so that was number